Charles confronts Meghan to save poor Harry. My son's a fool marrying you. Their twisted Netflix plan has the king seeing red. Meghan and Harry's Hollywood ambitions do not appear to be stopping anytime soon. And once again, their latest move has really upset some royals at Buckingham Palace. It has been announced that Meghan and Harry are going to produce a whole new movie that bears a weird resemblance to their own lives and, disturbingly enough, the death of Princess Diana. There's been a lot of speculation that Harry and Meghan might be about to lose their multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix. But anyway, apparently they have bought the screen rights to the romantic novel Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune, and they're planning to turn it into a film. An insider reveals that Prince William is furious, and King Charles remains, quote, deeply disturbed by Meghan and Harry's decision to produce a movie where the main character's mother passes away in a car crash. The source reports the king is deeply disturbed by it all. He always hoped that one day they'd be able to work things out and move on, but Charles knows people think Harry was a fool for marrying Meghan. Royal expert Phil Dampierre confirmed to Women's Day that the family is going to be understandably upset by this latest move. He said the whole tragedy of Diana's death will be dragged up again. That will upset the king and the Prince of Wales and bring back painful memories. It's as if Harry can't let go and move on from his past. Meghan and Harry landed their production deal with Netflix back in 2020, but so far the only thing they have produced has been a docu-series about themselves, and they did the interview series Live to Lead as well, which Harry and Meghan were attached to as producers but didn't actually work on. Reportedly, it was the Harry and Meghan docu-series that was the last straw for Prince William's relationship with Harry, and this may end up prolonging their estrangement. William is furious. He thought they'd move forward with great honor and dignity, says the source. He wants Harry to stop dredging up their mother's death. The king has made it clear that he hopes one day Harry's going to come back to the family, but it's looking increasingly unlikely. I'm told there is no communication between any of them at the moment, says royal insider Phil Dampierre. He also says it's all very sad and this film will only make things worse. In other news, it looks like the alliance is over between the Beckhams and the Sussexes. 3 years ago, Meghan was rarely seen at an important event without a Victoria Beckham design on her back. The twosome had forged what was thought to be one of the most powerful friendships in showbiz. They were gushing about each other whenever they got the chance, and the Beckhams even offered Meghan refuge at their LA home. But similar to what happened to the royal Fab Four, that alliance did not last very long. After reports about Meghan and Victoria's friendship started circulating in the media, a paranoid Harry supposedly confronted David in a pretty tense phone call. The sad thing is, they did everything they could to welcome Meghan into British society. Victoria gave Meghan whatever she wanted, from opening up her contacts book to giving her free clothes, despite her reluctance to do so. So royal biographer Tom Bower claims that things between the couples came to a head during the Australian royal tour back in 2018. David and Victoria had been invited to join Harry at the Invictus Games, and then Harry ended up completely ignoring David when he got there. Tom spoke with The Sun, saying she, Meghan, wanted no competition in the media from David, and especially not Victoria. According to Tom, Meghan also had a problem with David's friendship with William. The atmosphere, he says, was miserable. That was the start of the end, according to a source. The Beckhams were more than willing to overlook a slip or two, but since then it's been a downhill slide. David also feels betrayed by Harry because he thought they were mates. He can't believe how much he has changed. In other news, it looks like Meghan Markle is attaching herself to a cause that she knows nothing about. She doesn't have any personal military experience. I mean, what's next? Is she going to label herself the spokesperson for police services? Meghan doesn't know anything about any job that actually requires getting your hands dirty, or even perhaps getting injured to help other people. When has Meghan Markle ever needed to know anything about a subject that she's talking about, though? She's just gonna put out her usual nonsensical word salad and make everything about herself. She'll give Harry a kiss at the very end, and then she'll pat herself on the back for such an amazing speech she has made and how she's loved by everybody. A long time ago, I was actually looking forward to the Invictus Games. I was looking forward to cheering on those veterans, but once again, it looks like that's not going to happen. I mean, I'm sorry, Invictus. Until Meghan and Harry and Netflix are no longer involved, I'm not going to be watching it. But still, at the same time, I'm going to privately be hoping for the best for all participants. Courage and resilience are two things that Meghan Markle doesn't know a thing about. She doesn't even know the meaning of either word, I'm pretty sure. I'm already feeling pretty upset at the insolence of this duo, so I'm not going to be reading the article. Honestly, I'm liable to break something if I have to hear another thing that's done by either of them. But I'm going to speak out every time I get the opportunity to about their truth of lies and cheating and grifting and bullying, manipulation and more evil deeds. I hope the audience throws rotten tomatoes at her. She would deserve nothing less. She's going to prove that they still are the couple together forever, because she knew Harry was going to be so easy to control. But he's been living with a narcissist for a while now. I hope that he's waking up to the fact that she's an evil person. Not only that, but Harry is described as a humanitarian, military veteran, mental wellness advocate, and environmentalist by BetterUp. What are they talking about? I mean, I'm sure he believes he's all of those things, but does the reality reflect that? I don't think so. It's really just a proud badge of honor that Harry's going to abuse, a testament to his own remarkable abilities, a professional title that he has been given through his own efforts, instead of one handed to him on a silver platter like that brother of his who's been made the Prince of Wales. That's what Harry believes. Now, maybe about 8 years ago, it would have all been true, but what Harry hasn't figured is that the new Harry, the person he has become since Meghan entered his life, is not a very nice person at all. For this new Harry, only about a quarter of that statement is true. Like it or not, he is still officially a military veteran. But he's not a humanitarian, he is not an environmentalist either. He is a very poor example of a mental wellness advocate, if you ask me, because he is showing so many signs of mental illness, and he's not doing well. I haven't witnessed much advocacy coming from him either. How is it possible for this admitted drug addict and drunk to be an effective wellness anything? Is his motto, don't do as I do, just do as I say? I mean, even the staff members at BetterUp are questioning his employment and how fit he really is for the role, but they're being ignored. Maybe BetterUp included no termination of employment clause in his contract. For Harry, I guess it does mean a lot, but for the rest of us, yeah, not so much. We just wonder how he came to this, selling himself to a pretty seedy company in the US in return for some filthy money. We couldn't make this stuff up if we tried. And I'm sure this isn't going to end well either. Much like everything Harry and Meghan get involved in, it has disaster written all over it. And you, what do you think about this case? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments. If you think my video is helpful, don't be afraid to like and share it with your relatives and friends who need it anytime you want. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.